Tell us who you are. Introduce yourself.
Rellik's what I use on the streets. Tribal name is Raven. White Mountain Apache, Scottish, Irish, and Spaniard from Spain, not Mexico. People always somehow think it's the same, but it's not. Grew up in Appalachia, over in Viper, Kentucky. So it's small coal mining, moonshining, and music.
How'd you learn to play musical instruments?
Well, my grandpa taught me banjo, and from there I've learned instruments from different people. My aunt taught me pedal steel, and I mostly picked up instruments from either other people or myself. So.
Yeah, and do you read music, or is it all by ear?
It's all by ear. I can't read a lick of notes. I tried. Makes no sense.
Yeah, and I think I remember a while back you saying you know how to play how many instruments?
36. Almost 37.
All right, Tomas is ready for a song. Let's do a song.
I'll do drums. From the Indian reservation to the governmental school, where they're gonna educate me to the white man's golden rule. And I'm learning very quickly, for I've learned to be ashamed. And I come, they call Billy, though I have an Indian name. And there's drums, you can't hear them. Oh, there's drums coming along the way. Well, these drums getting mighty closer, and they're big and proud today. Well, they thought they had changed me, cut my hair to meet their needs. Well, they think I'm white or Indian, quarter blood, or just half-breed. But let me tell you, hey, Mr. Teacher, when you say you're gonna make me right, in 500 years of killing, not one Indian turned white. And there are drums across the nations, mighty drums beating loud. Oh, these drums, you can hear them, and they're coming mighty proud. Well, you taught me how to live as a white man surely does. Destroyed my nation, laughed my gnomes, and you make me very sad. But I remember all my teachings passed down through the songs. I still dance with the spirit, proudly traveling on. Oh, there's drums across the nations, mighty drums beating true. All these drums, you can hear them as they beating through the crew.
I love that song. It's beautiful. What does that song mean to you? Like when you sing it, what do you feel?
For me, it's more the fact, like, in the native culture, the drum is not just an instrument. You know, the songs are not just songs, the dances are not just dances. It's life. That drum represents more than just a sound, just an instrument. You know, when we dance, when we sing, that drum is still a part of us. There were many different tribes that have different stories of how the drum came. And so the drum is not just there for our culture. It is our culture. You know, same as like certain headdresses, certain beadwork. It's not just because we do it. It's who we are. It's what we represent. It's what represents us. And, you know, hearing drums, because for a long time, dances was illegal. It was outlawed. The drums was outlawed. And so when they allowed them in, like, I want to say the mid-late 50s, when they allowed natives to dance again, a lot of the elders showed songs and dances that was never seen, ever. And so, like, being able to do that now is not something we take as for granted. One morning about daytime, we heard the bugle call. The 7th Cavalry was riding to us all. Red Cloud said, "Get ready, the war is coming true." Oh, Custer is angry, he's coming after me and you. Chief Bigall, sound the drum, crazy horse make the cry. We're riding little Bigfoot, gonna ride till we die. The war came across the Black Mountains, we hear it in the wind. We know that day of morning that happened way back when. Custer killed the buffalo and bragged about so tough. Yeah, he lost the battle all against us. He rallied his men, tried to rally others too, but they did not listen, and he came shooting through. Jim Bridger told him to leave us all alone, but Custer would not listen. Now he's lying in a hole. Oh, Red Cloud did the singing, Chief Bigall beat the drum. Oh, Crazy Horse was screaming like a panther on the run. Go to the Black Mountains, you will see these graves lying true. The battle, Little Big Horn, the battle, bloody true.
Can you tell us a little bit about where you're living?
I mean, I've been on these streets for 20 years straight. So I've been in tents, I've done man shift shelters, I've done trap houses. I am currently right now in a tent. I work in a tent as well. So
tell us about your work.
I mean, blacksmith,
which is beautiful.
You know, metalworking and stuff. So I do have a propane forge right now, a couple of anvils and tools. You know, so I mean, I love what I do. It's fun making different things. I've done a couple orders, couple random challenges, just for the fun of it. You know. So
do you ever get any eyebrows raising when they hear you're forging in a tent?
Yeah, I get that. I get people asking me like, "What is blacksmithing?" And when I explain it's hot metal work, and I tell them I do it in the tent with propane that could explode, I get the looks of either being called a liar until I show them pictures or videos, or being told that there's no possible way I could do that in a regular tent. But I do. And it does get hot. It does get hot. I have burned myself. I've never blown myself up. I've never had super serious injuries. So, but I love what I do.
Yeah. Tell me about homelessness a little bit. Like, what are the first thoughts that come to mind living homeless for over half your life?
Yeah. I mean, it's a challenge. It's definitely not what people think it is. You know, I know a lot of people think they could easily do it, but the problem with that is when you become homeless, truthfully, and I'm not talking about for a couple of days, couple of weeks, I'm talking about even months and years, like, you lose things and you learn things. And I say that because you lose certain things you know skill-wise, how to live in society. But you gain how to live outside of society. And that could be good. It could be bad because some of it can deal with the law, you know. And so, like, you lose yourself, but you learn who you are, what you can and cannot do. You know, being homeless is not easy. And anyone who does it or has done it for a long enough time will say, it never goes away, ever. I did an Appalachian lick that I learned, oh man, let's see. Oh man, I probably was 12 or 13, I think is when I learned it, from a couple black people actually. They learned it, I don't even know where they learned it. And it's a train hopper song, but it's also a melodic gospel tune. And it's probably one of my favorite ones to play because the change in it. And I play it more clawhammer style, so you hear more bell tones, as we call it. I am a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. Oh, no sickness, toil or danger, unto that home to which I go. I'm going there to see my Father. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over yonder. I'm only going over home. I'll soon be free from earthly trouble. My body lay in the old graveyard. I'll drop the cross of self-denial as I travel on to my home. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm going over yonder. I'm going over home.
It's beautiful. I know you have some students, right? Like
Yeah,
you teach guitar.
I teach guitar, I teach banjo and a few other instruments here and there. So
Yeah. What do you love about teaching?
just the challenge. You know, a lot of my students are asking for certain styles that they quite don't understand all relate to the same thing of basics. You know, a lot of people have this idea of being a musician, being a rock star, getting famous and all this. And that's a cool goal, but you got to start basics. Even the pros will tell you basics, you know. Yeah. And it's not easy. The music road's probably one of the hardest careers to get going.
And you, I know for a long period of time before you were blacksmithing, you were basically raising your money by busking.
Yeah. And I still busk here and there, yeah, when the weather's good. It's not easy.
You got a busking experience you want to share?
Oh man, I mean, I've been busking, I don't even know how long now, but those places over in Seattle, outside of Pike Place, because Pike Place requires a permit and all that jumble. But those places not that far from Capitol Hill, I've busked. I've made decent amount, and then those times where I make nothing, you know. But
yeah, you never know.
Nope. One I like doing a lot that I teach is it's an old tune. I think the Carters took it. The Carter family took it really well. They stole it, but I mean that's music. You steal from other people. And A.P. Carter was known for stealing probably almost all the songs the Carter family did. He stole mostly all of them. Which, you know, back in the day, that's back in the day. But they did a song that he stole. I don't know who he stole it from, but it's now been known in country music and in bluegrass for 1920s, 1930s. I normally play it on banjo, but I do play it on guitar as well. So I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw that horse come rolling, oh, to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awakening in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Lord, I told that undertaker, please drive slow, for the body you are hauling, Lord, I hate to see her go. Oh, I follow close behind her, try to hold up and be brave. Oh, I could not hide my sorrows when they laid her in the grave. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better awakening in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Went back home, my home was lonely since my mother, she was gone. All my friends, family crying, what a home so sad and lone. One by one, seats are empty, one by one, they are gone. Oh, the family all have parted, will it be complete one day? Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awakening in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Oh, we sing songs of our childhood, hymns of faith that made us strong. Ones that Mother Maybell taught us, hear the angels drawing along. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awakening in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Woo!
imagine everybody's heard that song.
Oh yeah, and I teach it so many different ways because I can break it down, and I play it different ways on guitar as well.
That's beautiful.
So. Let's see. Gather around my children, stories I'll tell of a great nation, the people living well. Cherokee and the Sioux, Apache and Chippewa. Hear about Yokota, Nez Perce, of all. Travel through the nations, let me show you true. The land of the natives, the land of us all. Listen to the thumper, buffalo and the deer, as they sing and dance year after year. Travel with the peace pipe, listen the coyotes wail, as we dance and we sing the mighty, mighty trail. Over in Alaska and Canada, mighty true. Our brothers and sisters are living just like you. Gather with the peace pipe, the dream catcher, true. Gather with the drum and the wapaha. Elders sing and dance, the medicine man prepare the drink. Spirit to the skies, as we sing and we cry. A death song and marriage, family and war, living off the nature like they of the old. Listen, children, to the elders sing their song. Let them catch running water through a hand and a pond. It's probably one of the oldest ones I've learned from the tribe.
Here's a question. Being that you're moving indoors,
Yeah.
what are your hopes and dreams? I mean, I know you got your music and you got your blacksmithing.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to see happen?
I mean, definitely better tools and hopefully a website so I can sell stuff or get students or what. But just, having no issues, not having the ability not to stress over financial issues or food issues or any issues. I think that's the one thing I'm hoping for.
Are those your biggest stressors?
Always.
Funds and
Yeah,
food.
yeah. Funds and food are always the biggest things. It's hard when you don't get much food stamps.
Yeah. If people want to purchase something that's blacksmithed by you,
Yeah,
they can contact you.
yeah. And I can make certain things here and there, give or take on what it is. Some things I don't make because I don't see the point. I mostly make artistic, functional things, so usable for the most part. Yeah. But this song, talks about prohibition. I mean, that was what, 1920s, 1930s, I think, when alcohol was not allowed. And this song is how I learned the difference between soda and alcohol.
Really?
Yeah. Because I grew up with this song. And the thing of it is, I grew up with moonshine being called Mountain Dew. But I didn't know there was a soda called Mountain Dew, and that don't taste good.
Were there any bootleggers or moonshiners in your family?
My grandpa, yeah. He taught me how to do stuff like that. So
did he have a little still?
Oh yeah, he had a still. It wasn't little. I mean, it wouldn't even. I don't think half of it would fit in this studio. It might all fit in your house, maybe.
Wow.
But yeah. Down the road there from me is an old hollow tree where you lay down $1 or two. Go round the bend, you come back again. There's a jug of my good old Mountain Dew. We call it that good old Mountain Dew. And them that refuse it off you. Oh, hush up your mouth, I'll fill up your jug with my sweet old Mountain Dew. Now Mr. Roosevelt told me himself when he heard about that dry law go through. If your liquor's too red, it'll swell up your head. You better stick to that sweet old Mountain Dew. Now my Uncle Norton, he sawed off and short where he measures 4'2". But he thinks he's a giant when they give him half a pint of that sweet old Mountain Dew. We call it that good old Mountain Dew. And them that refuse it off you. Hush up your mug, I'll fill up your jug with my sweet old Mountain Dew. Now my Aunt June had some sweet smelling perfume. It had such a sweet smelling pew. But to her surprise, when she had it analyzed, it was nothing but sweet old Mountain Dew. Well, the preacher rolled by, his head high, stood high, said his wife been down with the flu. Well, he thought that I'd order to sell him a couple quarts of my sweet old Mountain Dew. We call it that good old Mountain Dew. And them that refuse it off you. Oh, hush up your mug, I'll fill up your jug, some sweet old Mountain Dew. Now my brother Bill, still upon the hill where he lays off a gallon or two. The birds in the sky get so drunk they can't fly from smelling his sweet old Mountain Dew. Yeah. So there's many nicknames for moonshine: Mountain Dew, White Lightning, Firewater, Grandpa's Cough Syrup. I'll do one that a lot of train hoppers I know we do a song. It's kind of funny because it goes back on the whole thing of moonshiner. The song was written in 1646, I think. But a lot of train hoppers do the song because a lot of them are drunks. I am a moonshiner for 17 long years, and I'll make you 10 gallons for a $50 bill. I go to some hollow, set up my still. If whiskey don't kill me, nothing ever will. God bless those women. How I wish they all were mine. They taste as the berries, sweet off the vine. I go to the store, no one to follow me, to see what I spend to make my whiskey machine. If God loves moonshine upon a hill, I will live. But curse the devil if he ever comes to my town. I've been in the mountains where the water runs clear as moonshine, and I've been in the coal mines where the methane blows just like steel. The devil lives in my still and smiles through my shine. And my time comes to leave here, I don't do make some shine. I've been a moonshiner for 17 long damn years. And I'll make you 10 gallons for a $50 beer. See if I can pull this one off on guitar. I've never done it. I played it on banjo a lot of times. Travel with me back in time to an older way. Family stay together true, living a life unfair. No one had issues, no one had decay, living a life together, so living a life away. People talk about money now, about fancy things, judging each other in the crowd, judging through the things. People laugh, people cry, people also die. We always question why, oh why do we allow so? Wounded knee happen, we know, 'cause of the 7th Cavalry, Vietnam, and the good Operation Freedom, you see. us on TV, but we don't think about the people suffering. See, those who fought in the wars, the victims of those families, those who died for you and for me. We don't care to see people starving upon the streets, hungry, all we know. We judge and we mock and call them names and give them not a home. But we say we're fair, we say we're just, but we are nothing but bluffs. For we want money and greed low, and fame and fortunes, you see. One day that coming a time, the world will change our minds. We will have to stand and fight through time. People talk about love, about peace and harmony. They talk about living the dream of America. See, give me your tired and you're broken. Give me your hungry and poor. I'll give them strength and liberty. That's what we told before. Let's stand together, fight the wrongs. Let's stand in harmony. Let's not judge our brothers, our sisters, none. Let's stand for freedom and peace. No more homeless to die. No more prisons by and by. No more crying for food. And no more trouble. So one day this will be the kids. How will you want them to see? Let's teach them to love and not to hate, and to show humanity. Teach them how to work together. Teach them how to be free. Tear down the walls and fences and live as humanity. Me and a buddy wrote that probably 5 or 6 years ago.
You wrote that?
Me and a buddy did, yeah.
Wow, it's beautiful.
So she's actually coming into town in a couple of weeks.
That's so funny that you just said that, because I was going to ask, do you write many of your own songs?
Oh yeah, I always write.